I gotta make sure I grab the link. Post it in 7th real quick. Yes. Whoa, we are back. Yes, hello. Last time we were playing this game, we did D&D, right, Lloyd?
We did D&D? That's crazy.
Yeah, we did D&D.
All
All right. Last session, we had a bit of a fun adventure. I did, not them. Not my players. But we will be down one player today. Unfortunately, our rogue will not be joining us today as they are sick. So please give her a warm get well soon, please.
No,
yes. How we all feeling? Yes, Dudeberg, yes.
That sure is an emotion, Dudeberg.
You know what's great? You know what's crazy? Nando's still playing Rainbow Six Siege.
I quit.
Mad, no. How could you?
No, he stopped. He's.
Oh, okay.
He said I quit. Understandable.
Druids have the wild shape feature.
We'll get more fun facts in the chat too. There you go. The
Old person spell can paralyze humanoid creatures. Who would have guessed?
Easy.
Last time we played the game, stuff happened. We introduced your characters, and you guys wandered into the Koi Devil Inn. This is the first piece of the long puzzle, and your ever-growing quest to find the Bloodied Chalice, to see what your immortal souls have to offer. So, your dreams brought you here. And while you arrived here, your brains did a little snappity snap, and you realized that certain people that were in this tavern, or inn, were vital to your quest for the Bloodied Chalice. You were all seemed to be somewhat connected. While you guys were just coming in, bandits decided to wander in. Yes, they looked for toll money, protection money. Yep. Things went south. Kara attacked. In doing so, the bandits attacked. Last episode also, Dudeberg's character, Flurmp, screams a lot. And ran.
A lot.
A lot. Other than that, after the bandits were dealt with, the owner of the tavern, of the inn, Jack Popper, asked Kara, well, not really asked, told her to help them get rid of the bodies. While it was happening, Reverend Kalen decided to take in one of the wounded back to his chapel so that they might perform medical aid. Yes.
Yes.
So we begin. All right. It is still raining. Flurmp, you are staring at the two cold bodies on the ground, pooling in their blood as the blood is struggling to be absorbed by the straw flooring. You see the human male, clearly the owner of the inn, grabbing one by the armpits and lifting him up.
The Flump's gonna just turn around. Not gonna be there. Ain't gonna deal with corpses.
Hey, Goblin.
Don't hurt me, please.
He looks back. Calm down, little one. I'm no danger to you. I am old. He also shows you, as he rolls his sleeve down, he's missing a hand. Seems to be a interesting individual. This is the one that cackled you earlier for the money.
You never know where you might have another hand.
Goblin, what brings you out so far?
Is now the time for pleasantries?
I see why not. It seems trouble has died down. And, well, I doubt either of us are going to be moving bodies.
Flump knew that. Flump was testing you.
He picks up his tankard, jingles it a bit. Want a drink?
Yeah. I like the taste of backwash, so if you can drink it first, that would make it a lot easier to drink it.
No. He points over to the picture on the table. This is my mug. You'll get your own. I just want to share a story. Perhaps this drink will buy yours.
If you can take a sip of my cup, then. I mean, backwash tastes really good to goblins. Yeah.
He's confused, visibly. You want to drink my backwash?
Yeah, just tell the story. I'll just stand here. You can tell the story from there.
I want your story.
I'm gonna look. I look around to see.
He looks around, as awkward as he is. I guess you don't want to sell your story. I have copper.
How much?
I'll give you 8 copper.
I'll tell the story. Just don't get closer.
He stands up a bit. He gestures to the chair across the table. Sit. As you get to the chair, it is a rickety-looking chair made of old wood. It's almost as tall as you. You have to climb.
Yeah, I take off my backpack and use it to climb up to the trail.
You drop your backpack and use it as a stepping stool to get up onto the chair. You pull yourself up to the chair. Your chin rests at where the table meets. Where the table meets his mid-torso. But to you, it's up to your chin.
Clears his throat, just tapping the table.
He pushes over the pitcher first in one of the emptier cups, and then slides a couple of the copper across. Not all of it yet.
Well, you just start with my name is an amazing name. You see, when goblins are born, they pick their own name because we're really smart.
And how did you get yours?
Well, you see, that's a funny story. I am an amazing shaman in my village, and I was sort of at birth definitely knew that, and so I consulted the spirits, and I overheard a spirit named Plump, and yeah, that's mine. Yeah, that happened. And so that's how I got the amazing name Flump.
I didn't even know goblins had traditions. Where do you hail from?
It's a really,
Roll me history. Roll me history.
I know my tribe name.
You just don't know the geography. You might not.
Fair enough, alright.
You lived in the mountains.
Yes, you see, there's these mountains, and there's this
Ah,
gigantic,
mountains.
yeah, mountains, and there's like this gigantic village with really tall buildings and like an amazing hole, like the best hole you'll ever see in your life. It was,
Hole?
yes, a hole. Anyway, this amazing, beautiful, epic village was called Squasma Ash.
Rats my ass?
No. You seem to be confused. It's Squasma Ash.
Not familiar with goblin. What does that mean?
Okay. It means village that is cool.
He drinks some of his ale deeply. How do you find yourself to be so far east?
Well, I was such an amazing shaman that people grew jealous of me. And there's this one guy named 40 McBoodoo Face. Yeah, let's go with that. 40 McDoodoo Face, who tried to kill me. And he got the whole village angry, and I escaped heroically, fighting my way using magic.
That sounds super brave of you.
Yes, it is super brave. You see, as a shaman, I was strong and powerful.
That is absolutely wonderful. He gets up suddenly.
Yeah. It's pretty great, isn't it? He starts like
He
nails.
grabs a pitcher and pours it into your tankard, and then pours some into his.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Can you look under the table? I think I dropped something.
he looks over to the other table.
I quickly splash the drink behind my shoulder. Drink! Ah, yes, just like home.
He turns back over. Interesting. I thought goblins were communally to themselves. I'd never seen a lone goblin as a traveler.
I'm just that strong. I don't need other goblins.
Ah, is that why you flung mud at the bandit so valiantly?
Yeah, I was showing him mercy.
I see. So, your name was Fullermth, correct?
Correct. Good ears you got there.
Ah.
Might even be compared to mine.
You might be wondering why I stopped you, of all people.
Quite so, actually. But
I will answer your question.
Yeah, yes, please.
You see, you seem to be the perfect size
Not
for
a
a
good start.
very particular job that I have at my farm. You see, in my basement, it seems to be infested with rats. I just can't get the buggers. Perhaps you know some goblin tricks to get them out. I'll pay.
How big are these rats?
They're about the size of cats.
Ah, yes. That's quite small. Well, in my goblin religion, rats are holy, so I can't touch them. Anyways, thank you for the copper.
I'll pay you 3 gold.
And I'll just take the copper.
I see.
7 copper, you say?
He passes over the rest of the copper. Yes, 7 copper. Very well. Perhaps you should give your friends over there. I'm assuming that your friends you so bravely helped them in their hour of need. But you should let them know that I am looking to hire people for a job. Rat job.
Well, perhaps I could talk to my underlings and see if they'd be interesting. Interested.
Underlings. So they your minions.
Yeah, no, yeah, they sort of look up to me, kind of like a fan club.
I see. I would very much like to meet them.
Yeah. I can talk, but I can talk for. I'll consult them, and I can be the messenger for them. Wait.
Oh, he gets up and walks
Wait,
away.
wait,
He
wait,
walks
wait,
right
don't
here.
don't do it.
Is that one of them over there? He points over to Kara, who's currently hefting a body.
Yes, that is one of my. I'm gonna put on my backpack.
He starts
Just
stumbling.
stay here. I can
He
talk
gets
to
a
them.
cramp. He goes, oh, and he sits back down.
Yeah, just sit back down. He turns around and. What's going
Currently,
on here?
As you run over to Kara, Kara is currently dealing with one of the larger bodies. Sam Popper. Wait, what's he doing? Lloyd.
Sam Popper is
Your
trying
child.
to carry one of the bodies, and he's trying because. Oh.
Jack looks back to behind him. Sam, put your back into it!
I'm trying, Papa.
I gave you more food than your brothers and sisters. You're my only living child. You better grow up big and strong. So lift! Lift with your legs!
He attempts to lift with his legs. He goes and tries to grab them. He goes forward. And he trips and falls on the dead body. Oh.
Sam, now's not the time to be messing around. Sam!
Sam is unresponsive as he's bawling his eyes out on top of the corpse.
Sam! You better knock that crying off before I give you something to cry about.
He slowly gets up and he tries to.
He rolls a 4 in intimidation.
Jack Popper, Sam is very much still on the floor. Going, I don't care.
He drops one of the bodies and reaches down and starts unbuckling his belt.
He immediately gets up and tries to lift the body again. He did not slip this time, but he was barely able to nudge the body just a few inches. Is that good?
Cora, what are you doing?
By the way,
Can
I'm
I-
not stinky chat.
Can I
Alright,
just
go ahead.
have her like walk and like still holding the other body? Can I have her try to just drag both?
Roll me strength disadvantage. They're dead weight.
Mm. Mm.
Florm, what are you doing as you run up?
I'm just waiting for Kara to be.
You're able to pull both bodies.
Hey, fella. Can we have a sidebar real quick?
You look up to the large woman carrying 2 bodies.
What was that?
A little goblin appears to be trying to talk to you.
Oh, that was me in character. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can we have like a small sidebar? Oh, great one.
A small what now?
You know, like a little conversation on the side.
Let me finish what I'm doing first.
Yes, oh, powerful beast warrior.
Dudeberg, as you're talking, one of the women sitting at the table seems to be eating some breadcrumbs from her plate, going, you're that one that smells like shit! Get out of here! Get out of here! He throws a crumb at you. He throws a crumb at you. You run over to the weird-looking samurai guy named Kai. and their downed friend with foxtails, a Vopeti companion.
Isn't she up?
She's
I healed
up,
her.
but she's still on the ground.
I'm just behind you. I'm not saying anything.
So, what you guys all doing?
She can walk and everything, right? I mean, she's on the ground, but like Misako can like walk and stuff, right?
She's a bit stunned, but yes.
Cool.
I mean, is my like outfit covered in mud? Like, is it covered in blood?
All of
or-
it is covered in mud.
Oh, sadness.
You're covered in mud. Your face has mud in it.
Well, she's going to. She's gonna wipe off her face, and then do her best to wipe off the mud on her outfit.
You struggle. And mud in the other day is mud. It's hard to get out of silk. You wipe your face off, but you're still quite dirty.
Understandable.
You also seem to be bleeding from the pinky
The
and the chest. As you are covered in, as you wipe the mud away, it's also a mixture of blood.
Well, seeing as she doesn't have like any way, she doesn't have like a towel or anything. She's just gonna stand up, and kind of like shake a little bit, probably to know, like to get the mud off, but it probably doesn't work. And do I know who healed me, or would I not know at all?
Know what?
Who healed me? Like who?
Roll me history. Okay. You're not sure, but not sure who exactly is a healer. It could either have been the priest, maybe, is currently helping the wounded, but it could also be the little person that seems to be next to you, cowering. The little goblin next to you. He has a crumb stuck to his face.
My tongue reaches up to eat the crumb.
You eat the breadcrumb. Nando, what are you doing? Like, Kayla doesn't want to do anything apparently.
Well, no. I was thinking,
So there's goblins behind me, right?
Yes.
Is he cowering behind me, or is he just standing
He's
there?
a bit cowering. He also lapped his tongue onto his face and grabbed a crumb.
Okay.
gonna eat it.
Just act
And then
natural, right?
is Masako like standing up? She stood
Yeah,
up
she's up.
and trying to like shake herself off, right? Did any of that mud get on me that she tried to shake off?
Not really. She wiped it downwards.
Okay, I was gonna have to slap her.
Oh, understandable.
Probably still slap her.
What's smart?
Maybe.
1d4 slap damage.
She goes down once more. Masako is daring. I don't think she's ever seen a goblin before.
You've seen goblins before, but not this type of goblin.
What type of goblin is he? Like what?
You don't know what kind of goblin he is.
Oh, okay.
You just know what goblins are.
Oh.
Never in his colors.
What color are you?
I am a yellow. A yellowish
Yellow. Oh.
brown. Yellowish brown.
Oh, so she's kind of like she's staring at Plurp, There's this very confused look on her face.
Just look away. If you look away, no one will question it.
I will turn around and stare down at the goblin.
But that's the opposite of what I was saying.
I say nothing and I stare at him.
You can keep the coins I threw at you earlier if you look away.
Who's he saying that to?
Thus, in general, both of you.
Oh. You threw coins at us?
Yeah, when you choked me, I spat them out in his defense mechanism.
I choked you?
Does she have memory issues? I look towards you, Nando.
She's not very bright. It would seem so.
Yeah. But no, you didn't choke me. I used my muscles and escaped a potential choke.
Currently next to you, there seems to be a priest. He has his arm on the shoulder of one of your injured companions, who seems to be awfully silent.
This is what post-trauma would do to you. We're not charmed. We'll bring you to the cathedral. Not the cathedral, the chapel. If only the issue made the cathedral around here, but there's not enough people for that.
An old woman leans off the side of the wall. Reverend!
What do you want, Miss Wilson?
If you see a goblin around here, make sure you club him good. Goblins bring diseases.
Oh, good.
Indeed, I already know that, Miss Wilson. Please go back to your drinking.
At the mention of goblins giving diseases, Masako kind of stares down at the goblin once more.
The goblin's no longer there. It ran off.
He's so
Room perception.
fast.
Dude, are you hiding?
I quote unquote hiding. Let's just say my backpack is jutting out over the wall.
Well, with a 19, you see the little goblin's backpack jutting over the wall. They're shaking.
Masako is going to make her way over to where he's hiding. It's very slow. Very, like, stalky-like, almost as if he's prey. The shaking. And she's just going to go, why are you hiding?
I'm not hiding. I'm looking for footprints.
Footprints for what?
Oh, hey, look. A dung beetle has been nearby.
Do I know what a dung beetle is?
Roll me history. Let's see. Yeah, you know what a dung beetle is.
Is it edible? Like, would I eat it?
Wait.
Okay.
That's your first question.
Listen, that's what I assumed you were waiting for. Like, that's what I assumed you were, like, for the, like, it's edible. Listen, don't ask questions. Misako kind of looks down at the ground for the footprints, and she goes, "They're edible, but I don't think they taste that good."
It's not here. It ran away. But it's good to know we're in the local area because I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and predict the weather for the next 24 hours. The dung beetle leaving means it's going to be raining for at least one more day. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, you can go back and be a tall person over there. I'll be back here doing more investigating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usako, like, she's really confused why he's terrified. Just like he's still shaking, I'm assuming. And she's just gonna shrug and make her way back over. How bad is the bleeding?
But it is very uncomfortable, and if you're not careful, it will start dripping onto your beautiful clothing.
Where's the what's this?
Your pinky.
No. Where's the Reverend?
Yes, the Reverend is he's right next to your companion, who is eerily silent now. Yes, they are merely saying to the rest of the party of just, now then, whoever needs healing, please follow me. And if you are carrying bodies, also follow me. They need to be properly prepared and burned in my chapel.
Alright, she's gonna drag the bodies to over here so she can follow.
Absolutely. You join the Reverend traveling to the chapel. And yes, little goblin, you watch as actually, good Druid, yes, Kai, are you following with the dead body you have?
Yeah, I'm following along.
Wonderful.
I'm not carrying the dead body as Kara is. She has both of them. She's just that strong. She could be
I'm
that
pretty
good.
sure, like, she would have them both by, like, the head and is just dragging them behind her.
He's
Absolutely.
not touching those. Those are icky. They're dead.
Misako, are you following with your companion? A lack better saying.
Yeah, she's following. She's it's very loosely.
Of course. And my little goblin, you watch as the particular strange people that you have encountered that you felt a particular connection to. They are following the old man to a strange tall building.
I'm going to stalk 30 feet back. Yeah, I don't need to make a stealth check. If anyone bothers to look, they'll just see me. But I'll pretend as if I'm stealthing.
Indeed.
Mission Impossible music. Just like the goblin going like that.
I'm verbally going.
Exactly.
You all, yes, you all, let's see here. I will just use so many good options. Ooh, no, yes, we'll use, we'll use this one. This is your party.
What a great representation.
That
You,
is the worst choice.
what do you mean? It's the best choice.
It's the worst choice to represent our party.
It's the best choice to represent everyone. Now then, you all start slowly walking by. For the old man, he's up in age and he's very, very slow. As you notice, he almost has a limp to him. but not quite. Yes, you start walking through the mucky, cobbled mud that is a road up to the tall building that is the chapel, the town's chapel, and coincidentally, the biggest building within this small, disgusting, plague-ridden town.
All right.
You walk past the general store. You see just one or two people walking in and out of it. There's not many out here. Just simple townspeople and travelers just passing by, not wanting to associate themselves with this dreary area. And you make it to the chapel. It is a decently sized building. It has a stairway up to its main entrance, which is more of a open cover, with two grand, as grand as this town can get, decaying oak doors. The Reverend goes, "Okay, in that pile over there, please throw the corpses over there. I don't want the den to reek inside."
Kara chucks the two bodies.
Understandable. You see this almost like wooden basket, large enough for corpses. You yeet the corpses into the area, and the old man, the Reverend, he pulls out a little vial. He pops it open. Almost pleasant smell comes out of it, and he douses the corpses with it. And he plugs the vial back up and puts it inside his coat. And he opens the decent-sized doors to reveal a dreary and slowly decaying building. It is well cared for, just everything here is at least centuries old. And yes, he opens it and ushers you in. Get in before you catch something from this weather.
Who's with them?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone, yes.
Right.
You're the strange companion with a mask, silent in the steps and the words, "Follow the Reverend inside." Who else is following suit?
I'll go inside.
So will Masako.
Beatbird, do you go into the spooky looking chapel?
Good question.
It is a
Will I?
strange building with stranger symbols around it.
No, I will not.
It's not.
You
It looks like-
see this thing as this. Honestly, this building itself wants to consume you. It's waiting to jaw its jaw on you. It's waiting to consume you, and it knows it wants you to know it wants you.
Can I try to like catch the goblin before it runs away?
Sure.
You see a little goblin terrified of a simple chapel, decaying and all. And yes, please roll a what would it be? Acrobatics or
Athletics versus me.
yeah. Yeah, athletics versus
I will willingly do a disadvantage at acrobatics.
I see. Please roll a disadvantage. You seemingly what do you do to catch this this little goblin?
She's going to grab him by the arm as he's like trying to turn around and run away, and she's just gonna drag him in.
Wait. You know, I'm not a good sacrifice, okay? You can't sacrifice me to a gods. They won't like me. I'm too puny.
She doesn't listen.
Yeah. And I just get dragged away.
You are dragged inside the chapel, and you are all inside the slowly eroding
Dilapidated.
building.
You hear the rain pitter on the wooden roof. It leaks here and there into small buckets that have been littered around. And you see a large expanse of pews, and the very end is a singular stone altar. In the backdrop, there's a small curtain, but everything seems to be darkened. With everybody but dark sight, you see is just the basics. You don't really see much color, but you do see everything within minimal detail, easily. Anybody who's human and does not have dark sight, it is quite dark in here. There's only a few candles lit about around the actual walls of the chapel.
You say it's dark and darker.
There's also people inside the chapel, just sitting on the pews, some praying to the gods that they might actually receive help. The poor fools. Or perhaps they're just simply looking for a place to shield themselves from the rain.
Yes. Greetings to my humble chapel. I am the only reference here. And yes, excuse me, only here for healing. Please, sit by one of the pews. In any of them. No one really comes here anymore.
I come here.
Does someone actually say that?
Yeah.
You see in the very corner, you see a youngish man, no older than his 20s. Is simply in the corner, not really seeming to pray, but more just lounging around. I told you this to not staying here for too long. It is not like lollygaggers.
By him. Points over to what looks to be an old man spread out across the pew. He's sleeping.
Well, he only has so many days left. Let him live a little. The Reverend walks to the near back of the chapel, where you see a menagerie of different devices, potions, and other assortments, and he starts gathering items. What do you do?
What are you guys all doing?
Kara's going to continue to drag the goblin and is going to kind of push him to sit down in one of the pews with her.
One sec.
I just kind of starts to walk around and examine the chapel.
This place is not as scary as you remember it. It honestly, it kind of reminds you of home, with all the holes in the walls and leaking roofs and depressing setting. It feels comforting almost.
If only there was more music.
Is that a cue for something?
No.
Oh.
The goblins are used to drums. Lots of drums.
Oh.
Flump will sit next to Kara, but will drum the legs rapidly. Kind of like rapid leg syndrome, but you got drumming.
You guys start to hear a faint clapping coming from one of the pews. It's echoing in the chapel. Yeah, exactly.
You wanted to talk, right?
What wanted is an important word in that sentence.
Well, talk.
Is that a command?
I guess it is. I don't know. Sure.
You're a beast thing, no?
Guess you could say that.
You're a strong beast thing.
There's a man in front of the pew, in the pew in front of you. An old man wakes up, picks his head over, and goes, What's it called? A beast person?
Well, you see, there's these people who.
Hold on, hold on. She silences the goblin. You were hearing things in your sleep. I have no idea what you were talking about.
Oh. He picks his ear, brings out a large lump of yellowish brown earwax, flicks it onto the pew next to him, and lays back down.
Oh god. She's gonna let go of the goblin now.
Oh, look, there's a shelf over there. It looks like it needs investigating. Go a few pews down.
What are you looking for?
Not
You're
it.
what-
No, it's an excuse.
Oh.
She sighs.
And just gonna huddle probably underneath a pew.
What are you doing, Nando? Caleb?
I'm just kind of examining the chapel, like, just walking around and looking at, taking it all in, essentially.
You see small paintings, little line the walls, mostly all crooked or worn. They show particular people, nobles with their hands raised, long black hair, red eyes, and what appears to be blood dripping down their chin. Sanguine vampires, perhaps? You've only known some vampires that straggled in the Drow Society, so you have some experience with vampirism, but not to the extent where they're worshipped. However, there are also other statues in this chapel depicting gods from history. You can see if you know overworld gods. Ah, yes. You see the goddess Nazaria, also a mostly destroyed statue. Roll me investigation.
Yep.
Almost like a woman, but beneath them are some stone that looks to be chiseled in roses. All knowing of this statue from the looks of it, well, it's too ruined to tell what it could have been.
I want
It's
to
dark in here, though. Very dark.
slightly pull my sword out of the scabbard and put my 2 fingers on it to commune with my grandfather. To kind of, like, I guess ask him what he knows about, like, a place like this.
Roll me a D3 real quick. Go /R1D3. That's crazy, Lloyd. Go ahead. As you pull the blade out, and put 2 fingers on the cold crystal blade, your fingers vibrate for a moment, and as your eyes darken a moment, you can still see in front of you, but you feel a presence within you, in your mind, and you imagine a grotesque figure. This is what you see. Let me try to put it up into here real quick. Image context. Yeah. Files. Here, I'm gonna send this to you real quick. While I get the context ready, I'll throw you what it looks like. I said it to Lloyd as well, so he knows how to voice him.
That's what I see.
Yes,
Gotcha.
familiar face.
Yes. What do you want? What brings you here?
I mean, to convene with you about this chapel and what you know about it.
The chapel? Why did you bring me to this? Why did you bring me to such a place?
That's where we all are currently. I just meant to ask you what you know about this place.
This place? Before, see,
Is this?
So,
I have a quick question. Is
um,
this? You said it's a familiar figure, but do I know this as my grandfather? Like, is this what the image? Like, I
yeah,
know of
you
him,
see,
of what he communes with
this
me
is
with.
one of his forms that he appears to you in sometimes. Uh, um,
you feel almost. He's like, well, give me a second to look. You immediately feel your body, just contorting, mostly your eyes, as you feel as if your face isn't yours at the moment.
He's
And
just taking a little look see.
please roll sanity.
Ooh, okay.
advantage.
Advantage. Gotcha.
The music is sounding a little weird.
Don't worry
You,
about it.
you are accustomed to this at this point. You start, yes, a few seconds go by, and, he goes, ah, yes. What do you want to know of this
So,
place, child?
fine.
Well, when you first had me leave the Underdark, I was just wondering what exactly we were walking into. I see portraits of vampires around here. Is this common? Are they worshipped here?
Worship? No, but, revered, maybe. Feared, absolutely.
What exactly have you had me step into, grandfather?
Yes, that's what you brought to destiny.
This is what he sees, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway, you're all able to see that, right?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see it.
Anyway,
It's a little guy.
all right. What questions are you asking, Nando?
He said, okay, so I asked what if they worshipped. He said revered. So then,
Yes.
You know that your uncle, your grandfather sees through your eyes when you communicate, so you'll have to have a look around.
okay, so I can just, kind of just like, so I can I like, I can have it pulled out and just keep two hands on, like the two fingers pressed on it, right? Or do I have to fully
Yeah,
unsheath my sword to do that?
you can continue doing it.
Yeah, yeah. So I just kind of have my two fingers touched to the blade on my side as I walk around, and I'll examine the chapel and kind of show him around and what's here.
Kayla, are you following him?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Place these people familiar. Walls. Yes.
Roll a
Walls.
perception.
Me?
Dudeberg.
Gotcha.
Go on, child. I can only answer your questions.
You see, you look up from your pew as you found the lava of earwax that was falling across the room. But as you're looking around, you see this armored elf drow person. They seem to be emitting a purplish like glow almost. You hear like a tiniest whispering of thousands of little voices coming from him.
I will, while on the floor, and remaining on the floor, gonna crawl over, and if there's like an aisle, I will quickly skitter across.
You start
To
going
that
underneath
secret-
the pews.
Yes.
Anyway,
Just to get closer, just to be able to heal better.
Nando, continue.
Yeah, I'm just kind of walking around and showing him the chapel and kind of what's around it. I guess I want to focus a little bit and zone in more on that broken statue that I could kind of make out, but like have no idea what.
All right. Elaine.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, the statue. Um, goddess, that was what it is. Yes, goddess.
Of what?
Of what? Oh, yes, of the ones beaten, of the ones who bite, the vampires.
I see.
Yes,
So
yes, the mother of them. That is who she is. Of the Crimson Sea. Yes. That, the forsaken sea.
He mentioned your grandfather mentions that this particular statue belonged to the mother of vampires, a revered goddess, the mother of the Crimson Sea. Roll history disadvantage.
okay.
You have no idea what the that is. You're not sure why monsters are revered as gods.
Is this not strange, grandfather? The praising and revering of one so lowly and so monstrous.
Monsters. Most definitely. Strange. Yeah. In this world, not so much. No.
Ayla, what are you doing?
She was. She's kind of still at the door, maybe like the back of the chapel. Um,
You mean the
but
front where the door is?
it's in the front. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Um, like the front of the chapel. She's waiting for the reverend to finish, because I'm assuming he's like tending to like the wounded. So just to for her turn to be mended.
Yep. Yeah, so if you're waiting to be mended, you have to be waiting by the altar. So, are you?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Perception.
You see your master walking around, simply looking. You also see that he seems to be in focus. You notice that he has his blade out a bit, and he has two fingers on the blade. You see that he's communing with his spirit crystal. You have
Oh.
yours.
That's true. But she doesn't want to get them dirty. She's going to wait until her hands are clean to get her spirit crystals out, or moon slivers. She's gonna wait. What? Like the altar. What's on the altar besides obviously like the people?
It's a
is
simple
there-
stone slab for an altar. One singular blanket of silk lines over top of it, of white, faded white. That be that. There's two candles lighting very dimly. In the center of this altar, this appears to be a cup, like a goblet. Simple looking zinc goblet, tin maybe. Nothing too fancy. There's also a bowl under it with water.
So the goblet just definitely does not look like the one in our dreams.
You focus. This one appears to not be. As you remember, you will never forget what that thing looks like. Bloody Chalice looks like. It's silver, ornate with gold and engraved with rubies, and constantly filled with crimson sanguine. However, this is just simply a goblet. However, your mind thinks back to it, and as you think about the goblet, snap. You feel an unwavering chill course down your spine as you see yourself almost in a dreamlike state as you appear to be drowning in a pool of blood. You look up, you just see red. Everywhere around you is red. You're drenched. You are currently in this liquid. What are you doing?
So there's like I just can't see anything at all. I mean, she's definitely trying to like stop herself from drowning, like get up somehow.
Roll me athletics. Advantage.
Advantage?
Yes. Good thing. 18. You able to swim to the very surface. You stick your head out, gasping in that fresh breath of air, as you are covered in head to toe in this red blood. But as you emerge from the top surface, as you swim up to it and break it, you appear to be standing in a pool, as if there was no depth to it at all. Around you appears to be the chapel in its entirety, blood leaking from the walls, dripping down, making its way to the bottom, where the floor is, where you're standing. Hang on.
So can I see anyone? Like, is there anyone besides myself in this trance or whatever it is?
You see your friends simply sitting at the pews,
I'm going to
not moving. You see the goblin, though,
cautiously-
just constantly slapping his knees.
Oh, that's disturbing. I'm gonna cautiously make my way over to one of the pews, the nearest one that has one of my comrades in it, whoever that may be.
All right, you start to walk over. They appear to be lifeless, as when you walk over to them, they dissipate into the mist. You hear you hear the church bells ring.
You know, likey. Is there
They
anything
seem
on
to
the
be.
altar?
They seem to be ringing faster and faster. As you look back to the altar, you see that as you look back, you see that there's the goblet, the chalice, the bloody chalice, dripping with blood. As all this blood seems to be emitting from it, as it's dripping off the sides of it, it dissipates into a red mist orbiting it.
Holy shit. I'm gonna make my way over to the altar.
As you
Like-
make your way to your altar, you get near it. It sinks into the floor all the way, and the floor starts to crumble and crumble and crumble, and you are now falling. You are falling, free falling into the darkness.
Fuck. Just falling?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and like wake myself, or just like get out of this trance, because I'm assuming, I'm pretty sure that this isn't like real. Like this is not actually happening.
You try to wake up, but you're still falling in the abyss. But suddenly you hit the floor.
Where am I? What do I see?
Your eyes. You open your eyes. You are in some form of like roll me history, roll me intelligence actually. And you see stone brick walls faded within the actual stone itself, as if the stone itself is melding into the walls. You hear demonic chanting around you. With your intelligence check, you realize that since you look closer at these walls, you see skulls inlaid and urns scattered everywhere. Broken urns, piles of bones, rotting corpses, and you are currently the center of it. This appears to be some crypt, maybe a mass grave somewhere. But as you look up, you see a massive towering tablet. A tablet with multiple skeletons actually seem to be inlaid and twisted grotesquely around each pillar of this massive tablet. It seems to bear an incohesive language of blood. And you hear it again. The church bells.
So
you
I can't.
You wake back up in a cold sweat.
Okay. Oh shit. Shit.
What was
am
your question though?
I was just gonna say like I can't read the wording on the tablet. Like it's just
Incohesive.
right. Okay.
You're still waiting in line.
Just gonna look around like very almost like out of breath to see if like something is if she's awake, if something has changed, what's happening.
From your perception. Dudeberg, where are you crawling to?
Just as close as I can get to the whispering of Nando's thing.
Damn.
You don't notice Dudeberg, but what you do notice is that as you turn around and look around, your footing was misplaced and you fall down the altar steps. Boom! You hit the wooden floor. Everybody in the it is very loud. Big thump as Kayla hits solidly on the floor. The old man wakes up. He bangs his knee on the pew, making a loud bang. Duberg, how are you doing with these now sudden noises and bangs?
Well, why don't I tell you how I'm doing? I probably will jitter a bit, but the draw of these whispers and the connection that I don't know, it's just a weird connection I have. That is on my mind right now.
The old man gets up and goes, oh, my wife could kill me. Wipes his hands off on his pants, buckles his fucking belt back up, and runs out of the chapel. Kayla, congratulations, you fell. Kara, what are you doing?
Nice.
I'm imagining that after the goblin left, she just silently put her hands in prayer.
What are you praying to?
Does this world have saloon or an equivalent?
Not exactly. Where do you hail from Clinestia? You would believe in the mother of the Crimson Sea. She's essentially a saloon.
Yeah, okay. So that.
Okay. You pray to this almost blasphemous god. This religion is outlawed elsewhere other than Clinestia, but it is one of the main religions of Clinestia. So most people also call her the Mother of Blood, or just Mother, the Crimson Undeath sometimes. What are you praying to her for?
guess a bit of like a bit of luck and like protection in what's coming.
All right. You begin your prayer, Lloyd. Up at the chapel, what are you doing? What's the Reverend doing yet?
Where are the sounds coming from exactly?
You mean the bang?
Yes,
In front of the pew, in front of the altar.
I see. He goes to the altar and he starts saying some chants, some prayers of just forbidding anything from coming any further in this place of holy worship. And he opens the flask. He pours a bit of it almost looks like spark, like the water is glistening onto the altar, and starts saying more prayers as he lights up candles and swinging around some incense.
Oh dear.
All right.
Suckle's gonna get she's gonna pick herself up and get back in line.
All right, you do so.
How many people are in front of her?
Just one. It's just a thief.
Oh.
Yep, that's about it. However, the thief is pretty much all taken care of. They're bandaged up, no longer bleeding out. And they simply just go and sit back down on one of the pews. Just trying to rest. It is now your turn, Kayla.
Okay. Well, she's gonna step forward and offer her hand. Obviously, the injured one. Injured pinky.
Okay. Wait.
Yes. Finally. Hey.
He says, "Follow me."
Yes.
An old man.
Yes.
Man.
Please,
She follows.
please, child. Follow. Yes. Yes. Follow me. Let me guide you. He takes you to the altar. You see a small pool of, a little small pool of sparkling, almost glowing water, and with incense on a little stand next to it with multiple candles around. He goes, "Now hold your breath, child." Immediately dunks your head in the water. He keeps you down.
Oh.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. Unless you want to try to push the man away. Well, you are in water. You are desperately trying to hold your breath, and you are able to do so just long enough for him to finally pull you out, and you hear him very weakly as he is getting there in age, just spewing out holy prayers and hymns just banishing any evil that's within this temple, this holy place, the holy house. Dunks you in the water again. Roll Constitution saving throw, or roll a strength saving throw to try to push him away.
You said roll what to try and push him away?
Strength saving throw. He's a frail man. You easily just get back up. He goes, no, you need more time and then, it won't work, child. Bear it for just a little longer, child. I know what I'm doing. There's obvious evil in you.
I am asking to be healed for an injury, not for you to... whatever you're doing.
No, there's something here. And I've done enough that I can for now. I don't sense much from you. Anywho, child, this water does have healing components, so please, just stick your hands in there.
She is going to move to, like, the other side so that she's not near him, and then dunk her hand in the water, but she's keeping her eye on him.
He reaches out with his old man hands. You see, like each individual vein. You see a bunch of splots of different skin pigment on him. His hands are shaking as if a hurricane is happening in front of him. And he puts his old man hands on yours. It feels uncomfortable. Yeah. You're very used to more of a more smooth, delicate hands. These ones are rough, worn through years of prayer. And yes, he's gently puts them on yours in the water and starts chanting a ritual. You see the candles are burning even quicker, the incense even faster, and the water glowing ever so much more. And you feel your hands getting rejuvenated. They feel nice. They feel right. You feel tight. Yes. Please take heal yourself, or you heal 5 hit points, and your pinky is in perfect condition. He goes, please don't tax your hands too much. This may heal it, but, well, the Holy Lord can only do so much.
Right. Do you have something or some place that I could wash this mud off?
Oh, of course, we have there's a washroom in there, of course. You know, the chapel runs on as he slowly pulls over a little box, a tiding system. You know, the church has for the people, but, well, we all need to eat, my child. As he jangles this box with some coins in it.
Kara, as you're
Yeah.
sitting and praying, a man scoots next to you. Seems to be the person who was talking when they first arrived. Priest, hey, you new here? Seems to be an elderly man to his 20s, a young man in his 20s, blonde, dirty looking.
She's
But
going
young.
to get out of her prayer, and she's going to look over. I guess you could say that.
No need to pray here. This place isn't consecrated anymore. Not anymore. Careful. I see the Reverend's talking to your friend there. I'd be careful around him. People say that. Well, since he works with the morgue, the crypt, that he does unsavory things with the corpses. Because between me and you, well, corpses go missing around here, then they don't all get burnt. Just wanted to let you know that praying here is a waste of time. There's no God here, no gods. This is just a place with a roof to keep you safe from the rain. He pats your shoulder, he pats you in the back. Anyway, have a nice prayer. He stands up and he starts walking.
She frowns. She's gonna look over at the Reverend and kind of to herself say, he seems like the type.
Dudeberg, you have army crawled your way up to the drow. Drow, roll me perception disadvantage.
Should I roll stealth?
Yes. You don't see him, Florence. But Kai, what else are you talking to? Asking your grandfather? As he kind of giggles in your head.
Is there a presence here that isn't just him? Is there something else here?
Roll me sanity. Normal. Okay. You start to get extremely nervous, Lloyd. Yeah.
Nervous, child? Yes, you should be nervous. So many bodies here, so many death. Those corpses could be you. You could be here. You could be burned. Yes, child. Feed into that nervous.
Didn't know you
I already
were
was.
Steven.
Grandfather, I was.
Now I am more. Dudeberg.
No, it's safe here. Run.
You hear yelling in his head. You can't understand the language, but there's a lot of yelling. And he's glowing purple. And it seems to be emanating from whatever's on his hip. That's a sword, I believe.
So he's telling me to run, flee. He's like,
Please, not right for you.
As this happens,
Weak.
you see
fragile.
hands pull out of his mouth. Lawyer's hands pulling out of his mouth, sticking out as they grab his lips. The crazy version's lips, stretches him out. He's screaming, and out comes the patient and relaxed one, the one from your visions. The one that counseled you about the Bloodied Chalice in the beginning. Still your grandfather, but different personality of him.
Army crawling away really quickly.
This goblin has some interesting friends.
Yes.
okay, so the one that's actually offered me guidance.
Yes.
Essentially, he switched personalities again, like fucking new one.
Child. Do not run from such an opportunity. I believe you shall, mingle around, know the people around. especially the places around. Investigate, gather information, find out how this is your destiny. Bring forth the head of faith and fulfill it. Go on,
Bluebird.
child. I'm believing in you.
Bluebird, roll me perception advantage.
What?
Oh.
You see, you see it. You see a giant black spider darting across the floor towards you.
Wait, I know what to do with this. Try to squish it.
On the note that he said, fulfill his destiny, I will take my fingers off the blade, and then I will take a few deep breaths as I try to recollect myself.
The
Right.
dark figure, yes, your vision of your grandfather turns into mere mist as reality swings back.
Bluebird, roll me unarmed.
Uh-huh.
Rolls of 1.
Where would that be exactly?
Punches self in face.
Strength.
Punch yourself in the face.
If you want, here, this is the item for it.
Oh,
Anyway, and as you try to swing at it, your vision recorrects itself as it was just the blur. Well, it looks like a spider from a distance. It is actually a mouse darting towards you.
Wait, that's different. Yeah, I'm gonna jump out of the
You miss, it crawls up your pant leg.
I jump out of the pews and I'm just rolling on the ground.
You feel that
How far away was he from me?
I don't think I got far.
Is
it
this
wasn't that far.
is
You
this
see him rolling
very
on the ground.
audible?
Yes.
So I can just I hear him and I turn around and see him.
You feel something scratching your leg, Flump.
It got me! It got me pinned down! It got me pinned!
Kai will walk over and just kind of looks down at the goblin, trying to examine him and figure out what's going on
The
with him.
mouse scurries out of his pant leg and runs away. Squeak, 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 squeak. As you relax, Flump, you look up. As you're laying on the floor, you see Kai's face looking down at you.
Sure showed that, beast.
Can I help you?
No?
He's just he's still staring at him. He's confused and intrigued at the same time. He's very just like I know what goblins are, right? Or am I not?
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty. I was gonna say I'm first, but yeah. So he's
They're despicable little insects.
little
No,
runs.
but
Yeah,
they're infestation.
like
Vermin.
the mouse. The mouse just won. the mouse is proved
Yeah.
superior this day. The
Yes.
mouse is better.
I heard you whispering.
Flump says, pointing his little finger at you.
Is there pews kind of blocking the view?
No, you're in the middle.
Okay.
You're
I'm-
Kara, you're right next to this.
Yeah, I'm imagining Kara's just watching them now.
He kind of crouches down and looks at him, and he says, "You heard nothing."
I mean, yeah, I didn't understand, most of it, it sounded like,
He gets
And
a
it was
little closer to him, face to face, and he says, "You heard nothing."
Kara gets up.
Roll intimidation.
Oh,
Roll intimidation, Nando.
Where is it? There you go.
he needs to roll.
Yeah, you can take that as you will. Dude,
I don't know what I didn't hear. So I could. Oh, hey, look, it's you. And I'm gonna go over to Kava. That sideball, right?
She's standing up and just staring at the drow.
Kai will stand up, turn
You
around.
see a disgusting animal looking at you.
Disgusting animal. How could you?
I'm
You
only
know
a
what she
goblin. You don't have to
is.
say that.
You watched her turn, and you now know where the smell of a wet dog comes from. And it's not your companion.
Ew.
Ew, yucky.
No, he just he stares at her and then he looks down at the goblin and he kind of brushes his legs off because he had to get lower like to this dirty ass ground. And he just kind of stands there and goes, and then he will turn and walk back towards the statue, the broken one, and the
Yeah.
other paintings to look at it.
Kara's going to look down at the goblin now and be like, "You wanted to talk about something, finally?"
I didn't expect to get this far.
What are you talking about?
You still laying down, Dewberg?
Yes,
Considering
I'm
you're-
not gotten up. I honestly just said that, hoping maybe that the big metal guy wouldn't pressure me more.
She is going to offer him a hand to get up.
She reaches a hand down to you.
Oh, you take it. I'm gonna fall for 7 copper.
I'm imagining it like she keeps this, like it bounces off her face, and she just.
You guys hear a bunch of pennies rolling on the floor, clattering.
She just keeps a stone face expression as she just. Get up. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna get up, but gonna skink around on the ground to pick up 7 coppers again.
You pull big. Roll me.
I need my copper.
investigation. Roll me investigation.
A good
9.
9.
You find one of the copper pieces.
Good enough. I don't. That's 7 in my mind. I'm gonna waddle over.
You waddle over to Kara. Where do you waddle off to?
I'm just too Kara.
Kara, the goblin's on with you.
Right. Can you finally tell me what you wanted to talk about?
Originally, it was gonna be a job opportunity that a potentially 1 or 3-handed man was providing us at that inn. But something more interesting came across Glorious Flump's mind. And that is you. Turned into a thing. Winks.
She's gonna sigh. Right. Yeah. What about it?
Well, I would like to say I'm an expert when it comes to, like the natural order and them plants and animal things. I've never seen.
A stranger picks up from the front pew and walks down the center aisle past you guys. Get the fuck out of my way, goblin.
Yeah, wait, well, I'll see you next time.
He
gonna
walks
go to
away.
Kara does nothing to help the goblin.
I was wondering what you are and what's your connection to the spirits.
Spirits. Don't know if I have too strong of a connection to those, but
Roll me history.
I am bad at that.
You shouldn't be. You, as he says, spirits. Remember that you've constantly been haunted by your past, forever now. Literally haunted.
Right. She thinks for a moment and goes, "Never mind on that. I guess I know a little bit. But what I am, I don't think you need to know."
It is my job as a shaman of some sorts.
Alright. Guess I'm kind of, werewolves, lycanthropes.
No.
Those...
Say that again? What are you saying? What does that mean?
That makes it a little harder to explain.
No, it's
It's basically a kind of curse that forces people at specific times to turn into wolf-like beasts.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Why is that a curse? That's you could just be strong. Why is that bad?
Well, you can't control yourself in that form very well.
Like
And
Like
you
when you
tend to
get, like,
hurt
really
a
scared?
lot of people.
hurt people.
Kill them.
Why?
Because...
Okay, I don't need to ask more questions.
Whatever. Whatever. I'm kind of like that.
Kinda.
I don't have the curse, but someone in my family did, I think. And now I have a bit of the whatever it is.
Is that good?
It can be good. Sometimes it is. Makes me good at fighting. The only thing I'm really good at.
Helping people?
If they want me to let them help, let me help them. You see, people don't like me very much because of that.
I guess people don't like strong people, sure. People will always try to backstab you in some weird ways if you're strong.
No, Goblin, they see me as a monster.
You're not. You're one of them tall people. How are you a monster?
I'm terrible explaining things, and you're terrible at understanding me. This is not going anywhere.
Flump is the best at knowing things. What do you mean?
Go ask the racist drow or something.
I don't want to be near her. That one points to
The drow.
Kai.
Yeah.
Ask...
And the other one choked me. Attempted to choke me, yeah.
Attempted, right. Well, I guess people hate me because they're scared I'll hurt them.
Theoretically, if I was scared of you, I wouldn't hate that. I'd just be scared. Theoretically.
Don't eat me, please!
So what you're saying is... you're scared of me.
In a hypothetical, theoretical, non-existent situation, maybe.
So... what about the job opportunity?
Oh, yes, there's, well, do you know these things called rats?
How would I not?
Well, they're quite the animal, you see. So I thought maybe some people didn't know the animal that well. Nonetheless, yeah?
You were being bothered by one a moment ago.
No, that was a demon mouse. It's a species native to these lands.
How would you know?
Because I'm a shaman.
Are you from around here?
No, but
Well, I am, so shut up.
okay. And he just stands there.
Alright, talk. Alright, talk again about the job opportunity.
The guy that has 1, 2, or 3 hands wants us to handle some rats in their house, and they'll pay us an unspecified amount of money. And I thought, since you're getting healed up, and that was probably gonna... Wait, is that causing... I'm gonna just leave over. Is the cleric still doing its thing?
Cleric's staring at you.
Yes.
Hi! Since this might cost money, perhaps you could take some jobs to pay off it. With cash, because you see, cash is valued by people. And for exchange of goods and services, you can use this cash to do things.
I guess we need to be prepared for the bandit problem we're about to have in the near future.
Well, yes, if we have more money, we can also throw more money at the bandits. Good
I'm
thinking.
not giving them my money.
But why not?
Do you not remember the whole reason the fight started to begin with?
I'm gonna be honest. Most of that day was a blank for me. I remember being near a wall, mostly throwing mud, and theoretical being scared.
She laughs at the theoretical part. Ugh, theoretical. You seem scared at everything, theoretically.
Who says I'm scared? I am just judging things. I'm thinking things out. The best course of action.
She reaches her hand out.
Okay, well, yeah.
She's intentionally trying to tease him.
Yeah, he flinches, raising his arms to cover his face.
The Reverend is now staring at Kara.
Alright. Anyway. Sure, let's do something with the rats, I guess.
And, even though I don't like them tall, dark, and, like, weirdly dressed people over there, I'm pointing at, Kai and
The others.
Masako. And for unrelated, spiritual reasons, you should stick with them. Some good could come out of it. Maybe a cup-shaped good.
What do you know about a cup?
Certainly no 2 girls.
As it is happening.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Dudeberg!
Oh my god.
I hate that.
2 girls?
No! No, not the mental image.
Snap! Everyone but Caleb, you guys are now in a pool of blood. All of you are drowning in this pool of blood. Nando, Kayla, no, not Kayla. Kayla, you're just looking at your pinky. You're just on the pew looking at your pinky. The rest of you, though, that you're currently drowning in a similar pool of blood together. You're all around each other.
I start trying to swim up.
Athletics, all of you. Disadvantage, Nando.
Why is it disadvantage for Nando?
He's wearing armor.
Then I also have a disadvantage.
It's heavier than yours. But
Oh.
yes, disadvantage. You can roll disadvantage if you'd like.
I'd rather just roll normal. Which roll is it?
Let me just check the character real quick.
Athletics.
It's honestly quite heavy.
Yeah, Disadvantage.
All right, is it athletics, right?
Mm.
All right, here we go.
You're fine.
I'm fine. I apparently can
You
swim.
start trying to swimming up. Dude, you get you're drowning.
I rolled a 19.
No, but you're still in the water. You're still in the blood. You got a lot of blood everywhere in your nostrils and your. Since you're screaming now in your mouth, and you inhaled some.
I'm getting the fuck. I'm just swimming as well.
Shut
But
up.
you emerge first out of the blood. Kai,
Oh.
you sink deeper
Oh
down into
no.
the darkness. Your blade pulls out of its scabbard, Kai, and floats down with you. The only thing in this dark crimson is this faint purple glow that's following you.
Can I hold it? Am I able to kind of reach out and grab it?
It's not obeying you as you try to pull it back to you.
It's just floating by me. It's not.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm
Sinking
sinking
with
my
you.
blade. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess we're going.
But Kara and Flurp, you make it to the top. As you get to the top, you're no longer in a pool, in a sea of blood, but rather a puddle. And you're in this church. You see Masaku, along with the thief, just casually sitting down. The thief is passed out on the pew, while Masaku is currently looking at the pinky. But everything's covered in blood. The walls covered in blood. The floor is made out of flesh and whatnot, bones, dilapidated. And there's one singular altar that seems to pierce where the current altar is, with this bloodied chalice.
I'm
Bloody chalice.
I'm imagining that Kara took quite a while to get up, and she's just panting.
Dude, Berg, you inhaled a lot of blood.
Salty, salty.
For some reason, one of the copper coins pops up.
She's gonna
That.
she's gonna pat him on the back to help him spit out the blood. How nice of her.
Kara is now hitting Flurp from the back.
I'll attempt to get away.
I was trying to help you.
Yeah, you could have had a knife, and I would have blocked it. Wait, look, cup. And I'm gonna point at the chalice.
You see this marble altar with a single cup at the center of it. It's fuming this red maroon mist from its brim, and it's filled with this blood. It's slowly dripping down. Seems all the blood is emanating from this altar, going down the altar all around and being cascaded up the sides of the walls.
Wait. The drow thing.
Go ahead.
There's no drow with you.
There is no drow. Kara's eyes are going to light up, and her hand, she's not standing next to it, so she can't grab it yet, but she's just gonna gaze to the chalice and just say, Jonas? Hold on. She's gonna run towards it.
Wait, no, I didn't get it first. I'm gonna also want it.
As you both arrive at the chalice, Kara, you see what appears to be a young man standing behind it, almost like a shadow, like a specter. Something reaching towards the cup. As you run up, you see a familiar shadow standing at the very end of the altar, cascading up the wall, and it seems to be waving.
Well, wait. It was you all along? You shaved me?
Shaved.
You shaved me? My mustache? As you get to the cup, It sinks, dropping. Boom! You splash. Oh, you're splashing yet, but you're falling. You're free falling in this abyss.
Damn it,
Blueberry.
damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
I'm gonna grab onto Calm and try to launch myself upward.
You try, but you fall into another pool of blood. Splash. Kai, you're already up. As you blink awake, you find yourself in a room with these two. The walls are made of stone. The stone bricks are fading into the actual stonework itself. Skulls decorate this room as you're currently on a mound of dead corpses, skeletons, and burial urns. Singular tablet pierces the center of this appears to be room with its pillars that have skeletons wrapped around them in this grotesque looking chaotic figment with the crimson red lettering dripping on down the sides of the tablet, incohesive as none of them form actual words, but you could swear that words are supposed to be there.
Sorry.
Not Lloyd. Kai, you're there with that too.
Okay. What are they doing?
What are they doing?
Kara is just kind of slamming her fist into the ground. Like, I guess the amount of bodies just.
You hear squish, squish, squish.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
He is going to walk towards the tablet.
I will grab onto his leg and hope to be carried along with his steps.
He's ever since he's a little focused, so he's just walking. He's kind of ignoring the goblin's presence on his leg.
Okay, well,
He wants to see what that tablet
you
is.
hear chanting and whatnot, and you guys all hear this similar sound. Church bells.
Where's my blade? Is it back in my scabbard, or is
It's
it?
not with you. It's currently penetrating one of the mounds. It flies back to you.
I will sheath it as I walk up to the tablet.
As you try to move, it's weird, as if your feet are stuck. Then you see it. Hands claw at your legs, all three of you, and are starting to pull you down into the mound. Just these arms, multiple arms pulling you. You have to resist.
Kai wants to grab out his sword and start slicing.
Okay. Dewberry, how are you reacting to being groped?
I'm gonna climb up Kai's leg now, trying to escape the ground.
They start to pull you. Your swinging is futile as every time you slice off a hand, another one just pops up and grabs you. Kara, how are you reacting?
The small problem is she's on her hands and knees already, so she's a lot closer to the ground.
You get sucked into the ground and pulled. Suddenly, you guys are fine. You guys are just in the chapel. You guys are fine. As Kara and the goblin were in the midsection of the pews, Kai went over back to the statue. You guys awaken back in a cold sweat. Boop!
Kai wants to immediately turn around and try and find those two.
She is
You see them.
hyperventilating.
He's gonna walk over.
Kayla, you see your master frantically walking towards the center aisles.
She's a bit confused, but I'm assuming she's still talking to the Reverend. She's still like really pissed off that he tried to like forcefully drown her. She doesn't know what a baptize is, like, or whatever he's doing. honestly just thinks he tried to drown her. And so, if I remember correctly, he said that there was a room that she could like wash up in, right?
There is no washroom. There's just a basin of water at the front of the chapel.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Well, she had prestidigitation.
Kayla, can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're gonna if you're gonna constantly try to keep your clothes clean, I think you'll devote like an hour each session.
Yeah.
Real. I mean, yeah, but she's covered in like blood and mud. It's kind of gross. But
I think everyone is.
yeah, understandable.
No, I'm just covered in mud.
The Reverend Lloyd. Yes, go ahead.
I thought that one was healed first.
They were. The goblin starts crying in front of the chaplain.
Can I see exactly where Kai is going? Like, does he get to his? Do I see him get to his destination?
You kind of are all together now in the midsection pews.
By the time that Kai arrives, she has stood straight and is no longer hyperventilating.
Yeah, so Kai walks over and he will look at both of them and he says, "It seems we have a lot to talk about."
Does it?
Very much so.
Hey, look, you're with them now.
She's a bit confused. She doesn't know
So is
what happened.
the Reverend's also in front of them, jingling a donation box.
Goblin.
Snake blood.
Goblin, give the man some of your copper.
Snake blood.
As she says that to the goblin, Kai looks at Masako. Give him some money. Give him something.
Ayla, the coins
Yeah?
that you collected during your travels, though, they're really pretty, shiny.
Shiny.
You made an effort to keep every single coin in your coin purse to be almost brand new. You polish them because they're neat. They're just neat.
She looks at him and looks at the donation box and kind of steps back.
The Reverend's starting to get annoyed.
Kai looks and he's like,
Kara's gonna look down at the goblin. Is the goblin gonna give a bit of coin?
He is just saying snake blood.
What is...
Kai says that he's gonna add more venom to his voice and say, "Give him some coin as compensation for saving your life."
He tried to drown me just now.
He puts his hand by his sword. He doesn't pull it out. He just has his hand down.
What's the
And
Reverend doing, Lloyd?
He says,
Watching
"Give
this.
the coin."
Kara... Oh. One second. She reaches into her like coin purse and just gives him 1 gold.
Jingles it around more.
Yeah,
No,
because
joking.
he's like, oh wow, these people
No,
are low.
a gold piece is a lot.
Yeah, no,
So-
he immediately like grabs it and puts it away in his coat, like in a.
you see the Reverend once holding a tin, sees the gold coin going, takes the gold coin, tosses the bin behind himself. Yes, wait.
You're all welcome to the washroom. Give me a moment. He immediately, as fast as he can, essentially scurries to a little back room in the very back.
There. Was that so hard?
Jeez.
You still owe him coin.
The Reverend walks back out,
Box.
cool,
He
collective, and with no gold in hand now. He walks up and goes, now, what other services can I provide you, travelers? There's a washroom that you can use
Suddenly,
to wash the
the
mind.
Reverend stops talking, cold sweat. He remembers something he needs to do.
Uh,
Oh.
Like read messages.
yes, as he reads his messages in his mind.
His mind messages.
His messages from the god.
How many the
Shut up,
not
woman. And
Oh.
he he goes, give me a moment, everyone. People around here, we would have to go check on if those bodies are burnt. You can never have a burnt body is a good body. He walks outside, takes a little look-see.
You guys watch him quickly leave the chapel.
Oh, Rick.
Oh my god.
God. I
Oh.
hate that.
pain and suffering.
Did we hear that before he goes silent?
No.
Did we hear him say that a burnt body is still a good body?
Are you saying that in character?
A good, yeah, a burned body is a good body. You know, like burning the corpses.
Yeah, okay,
Oh.
yes, you guys think you're everything he said. He said it to you.
Yes, as he was walking away.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not giving that a weird.
Guess
reaction,
that
like,
gives
no.
us some time to do the talking bit.
No, rocks fall, you die.
I am dead. I have died. I will never come back.
Am dead. I am dead.
Go ahead.
She looks over to Kai. Go ahead. What did you want to talk about?
Bye.
Um,
Everyone's staring at you now. Dude, what are you doing? Are you staring at him?
I'm now just shivering. I'm waiting for him to not be afraid. I'm not rolling good.
Can I roll like a perception check or something to try to sense his fear? Or could I just look at him and tell?
You can tell.
Anywho, it seems we all have had the same vision, dream,
Hmm,
whatever it is.
probably
Yeah,
mix
but
of
you're
both.
confused as you think it was just you.
It's like her ears. She's looking confused, and she goes, like in a really low voice. What did it consist of? Pools of
First, it was drowning in a pool of blood. Then being in the chapel with blood coming in everywhere. And the chalice being where the altar is. And when I tried to grab it, the floor fell through. and then piles of bodies, and being dragged into them. That's all about I remember.
You all
That's what I remember as
experience
well.
at the same time. Oh,
Yeah, did you have a similar thing? Didn't see you. Because I saw them motioning to the goblin and the drow.
I think I must have had this, whatever it was, before you all, and what I saw was a bit different. It was a foam with bodies encircling it somewhat, and the words were written in blood. Words I could
Well,
not decipher.
right, that was there too. I was too busy punching a body. I was frustrated about something.
Are we safe now?
You've
Very
been
much.
safe.
You don't know when blood might seep through the wall.
What do
You're
I
not-
care?
You're not entirely wrong, Goblin, but I don't know.
We were
Strange.
so close to the cup. So close.
There is something wrong with
Stop.
the Reverend, or something that he sees in me and us that is inherently evil, he says.
That's one hell of a way to put it.
He tried to drown me. Cleanse
Oh,
it.
He didn't do it?
No,
Unfortunate.
he did not.
she looks over to the drow and then back at the. I don't remember what the species is. Tail lady.
Fox tail lady thing, whatever. she
Tail
is.
lady. It's just tail lady.
Like her, it's obvious that like she's very irritated because she's like on top of like being covered in blood and mud. Her hair and her ears are now wet. She's just not having a good time.
Wait, goblin. Did you, right before we touched the chalice, did you see a figure behind it?
I saw a very pretty figure.
Hmm.
Dudeberg, I'm sorry. Flurp is blushing, but you can't notice. He's doing his little. Are you though? Are you imagining?
It's wholesome. Don't get the. It's wholesome. Don't get the fuck out of here.
Doesn't sound like you saw the same thing there either. She sounded irritated about something.
Yeah, I could see something else if you rather have that.
No, I don't think that's not how that works.
Just don't get angry at me.
I'm not angry at you. I'm angry that I'm missing someone.
Quite a strange creature, Mr. Goblin.
I'm also missing someone.
Quite a strange creature. Not really. There's plenty of them.
Whenever you're ready, light him.
He, yes, the old man, walks back in, says nothing, just looks sullen, just very, he almost looks like he's just done for the day. He just walks up to the altar, he grabs one of, the red potions, but you quickly find out as he just, cracks it open and takes it to his little office. It's not next to the altar, but it's adjacent. He just sits down on it and just starts chugging it. Just.
I'm not comfortable here. Why don't we leave this place?
Mm.
This
He's
might
looking at the Reverend.
this
and
might be a
just
fun place to stay the night for a bit.
A man walks into the church, pushing open the large doors. He's currently holding a torch as the orange light appears and cascades down the hall. Reverend! Reverend, show yourself! You can't hide forever! This appears to be an armed man, as he has a mace at
Going
his
to
side.
pew and
The
hide.
Reverend,
Yeah,
Reverend puts down his. No, he keeps the bottle, but uses the
Reverend,
bottle.
where are the bodies?
Again, I tell you again. You never listen. I burn them, but when I come back to them, they are not there. They are nowhere.
He starts to walk past. He douses his torch with a single hand and puts it on his side. He starts to walk past the party. Excuse me. Are you guys not even through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverend!
I'm hiding.
I saw the bodies burning. Then I saw you. And when I went to look, they were no longer there. No ash, no bones. Where did you put them in the crypt?
I told you before. They were gone before I was there.
A familiar story. You say that every time, but every time we burn corpses, there are no remains. I think you're doing something with them. Admit it. You're one of them undeath cultists.
The very notion of that is blasphemy.
And who are you to judge me? You're a failed reverend in a deconsecrated church. You're a reverend to a place without hope. Where were the bodies taken, Reverend? I'm not going to ask again. If you do not answer, I have to for the god.
And I will answer once again. I do not know. But of course, if you do not want to listen to me, this conversation is mute. He just opens a door and just slams it closed with his wine in hand.
I can't hide forever, old man!
No response.
Turns, and he starts to walk towards the party so he can leave. You see this man walking. You can't really teach you many details about his face, but he's wearing a hood. Seems to be an older man with a black beard. You guys do anything?
I'm just gonna let him pass again.
I'm letting him. I'm observing this. I want to see what happens.
I
Yeah.
am still hiding.
The man stops a moment and turns around, looks at the altar. He walks up to the altar and starts to poke around the back area. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Masako's gonna look at like the man passing them to go do his thing, and she's gonna look at the reverend, and she goes,
The Reverend's not there anymore.
Yeah,
Went to his
Reverend's behind a
office.
door.
"Oh shit, thought he was still there. Fuck. Is it the same door that he left, like when he had the coins, like when he left and then came back, and
Yes.
the coins were not there?"
He went to his office.
Misako is going to sneakily, like very cautiously, make her way over to the door of the office.
Careful! And the man pokes out his head from the altar and points at your direction, Masako. Don't trust that old creep. He'll take your body and drag it somewhere nasty.
How often does he do this?
Every time we burn corpses, they never appear to have any remains. And he looks around a moment, puts his hands on his hips, shakes his arms, and walks down the aisle towards the goblin drow Kara. And to be honest, we only have one god. This has been happening for months. Say, what are you two? What are you all lot doing here? What business do you have with the Reverend?
Needed to get a friend healed.
See you. Well, if he did have as much time praying, if he did drinking, his place would be holy, and perhaps we wouldn't have this issue. The Reverend, he's not right in the head. He's old warrior, Windorian. Yeah, he's a bit of a loon. This has been happening for months now, and honestly, when I say I threatened him with the guard, well, there's not much going to happen.
The guy
He's
called
not going.
him...
Are you? You're next to the door, so you're not near him.
Well, no, I know.
Okay.
But just the guy called him a blood cultist?
Yes.
That's what
Or
it was.
non-death cultist.
Non-death cultist. Do I know, like, anything?
From history, disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay.
You would probably not know anything about that.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
No, you have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Okay.
You zoned out when he started talking to you.
Masako walks back over. And she goes, "What's an undeath cultist?"
Trust me, lady, you don't want to know. And frankly, if you're talking to him, well, I suggest you stop. An undeath cultist, well, I guess I'll tell you anyway. Stories of men dressed in iconic red robes. They'll drag innocents out to the woods or whatever place where they have deemed it necessary for the rituals, and they'll sacrifice them in the name of their gods. Normally, the Lady of the Crimson Sea, but I believe that they're using a misinterpreted meaning of the actual religion. Anyway, say, you're a drow, aren't you? What are you doing all the way out here?
Adventuring.
Your lot doesn't adventure much, but it's a bit surprising.
She fucking snorts at that comment.
I thought your lot was too good to sully your feet on mortal lands.
He acts like it.
And I have no idea what the hell you are. Well, some wolf lady. Anyway, I'm not trying to be rude here, but I am tired and I have some investigating to do, but honestly, I think I'm at a dead end here. The Reverend is clearly taking corpses. Perhaps you lot would like to make some coin.
You
How
said
so?
the crypts, correct?
There are crypts
Do you know
underneath
where-
these. No body is buried in fresh soil. All bodies and ashes are taken into the crypt. See, the land around here is too soft, too moist, and the necrophages will dig them out and eat them. We don't want that, so we normally burn our dead. However, they don't seem to ever make it into the pyre. So, I think that the Reverend is taking the bodies. It's an educated guess, but it's solid. I have my leads. I am simply just an investigator, but I used to be an adventurer. I now work within the actual guard outpost here. Not much we can do about the situation, as the Reverend is technically deemed essential to the town, and locking him up would provide nothing but chaos. But perhaps if you lot found some proof, well, I'd be happy to supply you with whatever you might need. Money-wise, I am not a rich man, but I can provide compensation for these efforts.
Already were planning to look into it, so why not?
A lot of strange folks around here. You lot are a couple of them. Is that a goblin?
No, I say I'll behind a pew.
That is very much a goblin.
Anyway, keep your eyes out. Hope is a terrible name for this place. Anyway,
Truly.
if you're also looking for work, I heard one of our farmer is looking for a couple of hands to help clear out the cellar. If you come meet with me at the barracks, I can provide a few other jobs or rumors that you might need. I know how you adventurers work. Anyway, watch your heads. He begins to leave.
So I think rats sound like a good idea to make money, no?
Well, we're here now.
Digging around in crypts.
I was kind of already planning to use the chapel as a place to stay for a bit.
Are there pretty things down in the crypts? Is that normally like I don't think she's ever really been in a crypt before.
Are you asking them?
No, that's an out of character thing.
Roll me history disadvantage. What the fuck's a crypt? You don't speak Clandestine either, so it's hard to really understand him.
You don't know what a crypt is?
I won't.
No, not as the
No,
character.
Yeah, you assume it's a place where they bury people, as he mentioned. Well, from what you were able to make up from his weird, harsh language, is that they bring bodies into this place called the crypt, so that things don't eat them. So you can assume it's a place where they bury them.
Interesting. Actually, speaking of the dead, Masako is going to move away from the party and take out her moonsavers. I was gonna do that earlier, but
And Kayla's character shifts away from the group to play with Crystal. Anyway.
My crystals.
Anyway, what else are you guys doing?
Exploring these crypts is dangerous, but I don't know. This Reverend seems interesting.
He seems a strange one for sure.
Maybe he has some connection to the cups.
Doesn't seem likely to me, but maybe.
Do we know what that red bottle liquid he was drinking was, or was it just some red fucking bottle that he grabbed and ran away with?
Roll me intelligence.
I mean, the guy did mention that he was drinking a lot.
Yeah, that's probably wine. That was definitely wine. He's drinking church wine.
Alcoholic.
As he should.
Reverend, the wine's for blessing. Stop it.
Juicy. Where, these... Do you know where they are? I didn't see any crypt.
Would I know that they're under the church? Didn't he say they were under here? Under the chapel?
He did say the crypts are located underneath the chapel.
Yeah. So I'm just relaying that information of the should be under the chapel.
Right. But how do we get there?
I guess we would have to look around and find a way.
Sure. The guy was poking around the altar. It seems like a kind of logical place to put it.
Let's start, yeah.
The
No, just
Reverend
bars to
emerges
resolve.
from his office, empty bottle in hand.
Hey, was wondering if we could use the chapel to stay the night, considering I gave you the gold coin and all. No?
There's 3 left.
Like, Kai says aloud, must be really good wine then.
Or a
Oh, that's just
really
food.
bad day.
Oh no.
Don't touch the wine.
Shuts the door again.
All right. What's you guys doing?
I guess we go look at this altar.
You go up to the altar. I go up to the dais. There's the simple stone slab altar with the white cloth on it, little goblet with bowl. There are little behind it. There's some cabinets where it's opened, and you see one more bottle of this red wine in this empty-looking rack. There's a few other cabinets here that appear to just have more like silver like glasses and whatnot for the wine. And like there's a book on like a pedestal. Not much up here. Roll me investigation. I mean perception, I guess.
Perception?
Are you guys investigating the
I'm
altars?
investigating the altar.
Okay.
Yeah, you check over there. I'll check underneath the pews. I'm gonna hide underneath the pew.
You don't really see anything too out of the ordinary here. This just appears to be an altar.
Hmm.
There's
way
no other
down.
doors leading out of this area from the altar area.
Wait, hold on. Drow,
Dog.
what? Did you just?
That's what you are, is it not?
Ah.
You called me what I am. I told you what you
Oh,
are.
dear.
I see no problem with this.
She has like like a angry expression, her like big teeth showing.
As you do this, you're only proving him more correct.
Oh yes, of course, I know.
I don't understand why you're upset. I just said what you are.
But whatever. I thought of something. I think
Sure.
if the man is hiding bodies in the crypt, and they just reported that the man wasn't in here with bodies or anything, I think. So I don't think it's inside the entrance, like to the crypt.
Oh, you think it would be outside?
She nodded.
Kayla, well, your
Yes.
crystals. Which one do you like to talk to first? You have 3. One of your childhood friend, one of your grandma, one of your grandpa.
Oh, well,
You
definitely not talking
variety.
to the freaking childhood friend. She's like 6.
Yeah.
She
This
wouldn't
is a-
understand. She'd be like, "What's
This is a-
script?"
This is a dark place.
Yeah, let's not do that. So there's bodies everywhere.
What's
I
a
see dead
body?
people.
What was that, Halo?
Talk to. Masako's gonna talk to her grandmother. She's gonna pick the
Lloyd.
name for her.
Yes.
As you touch I took the moon slipper. You close your eyes and you find yourself in your mind in a little meadow where your grandmother is currently picking apples off a tree, off of one of the mushroom trees. So it was like a weird hybrid. These apples themselves, they're kind of like look like onions, but they're like bright red, bright red. They're delicious. But yes, your grandmother, a Lutini, is just like you, with massive tails. They have a little straw hat. They
Oh.
are also drinking what looks to be from a glass of some glass. Seems to be wine.
She just goes.
Lloyd voiced that.
Yes.
I'm assuming that she has told, up until this point, she has told her grandmother and her grandfather, like, all of the events. Not everything, obviously, but,
Essentially.
yeah. And so she goes, Grandmother, I have arrived at the
Oh, my
town of...
sweet darling. Please, come in. Well, please, take a seat with us. I just brought drinks out.
She just said what?
She just poured drinks out.
Oh. She goes,
She
I would.
prepares a new
Ooh.
glass for you and pours some wine in it.
She goes, I would. I would, grandmother, but I have little time to speak.
Oh, and what do you desire for me?
A second opinion. Grandmother, have you ever heard of a cultist, an undead cultist, before?
She
does not.
She stops her glass to ponder it and goes, I have not heard of such a thing, darling. It certainly isn't around here.
Well, that is true. I don't think we have any undead cultists in the Underdark.
She is bewildered by her granddaughter talking about undead cultists. Who has she been seeing?
My child, you've been in good company, right? You
No,
are in a
grandmother.
cult.
No,
You're not in a cult, right, darling?
No. I would never. Okay.
Good, good, because
you
you would have
remember
been my
the-
granddaughter otherwise.
No, I would never. You remember the very interesting drow that I am accompanied with?
Slavers. Yeah.
That's quite the interesting way of putting him. Yes.
I guess.
The grandmother is confused. She just said that the drow. Why would a drow want anything to do with a Volpiti other than to kill them? Have you told her that you've been
have
like
you told her you this?
You're a servant?
Oh, I guess probably not. Because that's...
So what have you told her?
Okay, what she... I think probably the last thing that she told her was that died and was resurrected.
So you die, your new self, you decided to mingle in hunters?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, you must be broken then.
Grandmother, you remember the dream, right?
I remember you telling me of it, yes.
The dream about the chalice. Well, it so happens that drow that murdered me had the same exact dream, and I, against my,
You're not whole against your will, are you? Right?
um,
Oh, don't say it
you could,
anymore. No, from just that alone, I know, darling. Oh, if this is how the family must end,
what?
it is a shame. Oh, my dear granddaughter.
It's not terrible. He's a
Oh,
little
and she's delusional too. Where did we go wrong?
Oh no, he's not.
The grandfather has entered. His spirit appears inside, hearing his wife's distress calls, as he was simply drinking with a few of his buddies.
Simply drinking.
Ugh, what's going on here?
Grandfather!
Our granddaughter's delusional now with her murderer, a drow.
I'm not
Wait,
deluded.
Masako, are you hanging around some drow? You
No.
see, the drow slit my throat open and
Yes,
hugged my
and the
tails
drow-
up like a trophy.
I know, grandfather. I know.
She's
very
spitting on her ancestry.
He starts to cry. Oh, where did we go wrong? He hugs his wife.
They both cry and wail, saying, "Please forgive us."
Well, good thing she's not a stinking cultist.
That's for sure.
No.
Grandmother, grandfather, I can assure you that I am doing this for my self-preservation. Simply
He's
so-
in love with him.
No.
No.
There
Stockholm
goes,
syndrome.
there goes the
get
family
love?
line.
How did you get love
He
from
walks
self-preservation?
over. He makes a suitcase appear and slams on the table. He starts putting in clothes out of nowhere. Pack your things.
No, it's too late for that. She's sullied them. We must go now.
Wait, we can't go anywhere. Oh,
Have my
Yeah,
grandmother
they start crying about
grandfather
that even
always
more.
wait, have they always been this dramatic?
no.
You just keep
They've
him
always
like
been very supportive.
You essentially just said like, "Hey, remember that rapist that killed me? Yeah, I'm with him now."
Whoa. There was no graping, okay? I just killed her.
I'm just saying it's the
There was just
equivalent.
You're painting me in an even worse picture, which is very
That's
untrue.
what her people see you as.
I'm simply hunting. That is not my fault.
Exactly.
What's
You're
worse?
essentially like a boogeyman to them, just a sworn enemy.
Oh, Masako, if you came to ruin my day even more, you might as well finish what you were gonna say. I love you dearly, but
Hold on.
you sure know how to pick 'em.
I'm not even picky. I have to go, grandmother and grandfather. I love you both.
Yeah, I love you too.
Hold on. My sister just heard gunshots.
Why investigate? Why not just stay in the house?
We're not going out. We're gonna tell my mom. Well,
Yeah.
definitely not going outside of the house.
Anyway, Kaylee will be fine. Just don't go outside. That simple. You used to live in New York. You should know this.
I know. Go outside. So okay, they've never been this dramatic. Okay. So she just she blows them kisses despite their hysterical sobbing. And she comes back to reality.
As you go back
Yes.
into reality, all you hear is just wailing, slowly fading, as if
There goes a
this is-
granddaughter.
There goes our granddaughter.
Anyway,
I can't believe this. They just don't listen to me.
Oh, they listened.
They listen for like 2 seconds.
Newberg, you have not found it. You've found nothing in your investigation in search for the crypt underneath the pews.
My investigation was limited to a single pew in which I was very intently, in the fetal position, examining the ground.
Beautiful.
bravely examining the ground.
So brave.
What would we do without him?
I don't think there's a crypt here. Why don't we just leave? I think maybe this is all a fluke.
You're right, Goblin. We need to go outside.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course I'm right.
Mm-hmm. And then we need to go around and look at the building to find the crypt entrance.
Somebody needs to put a leash on the goblin.
Wait. Yeah. Let's go investigate the corpse thing more.
Yes, thank you.
Outside in the darkness.
Are you scared?
No. I'm
No,
just testing you.
No,
Drow friend,
nonsense.
he's hypothetically scared.
Yeah,
Doing the
hypothetically.
like quote unquote thing with her fingers.
Oh, you're so willing to go out there. You must be one of the bravest goblins I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, his face is covered, so you can't really tell, but he's like side eyeing Takara, like, look at this fucking guy. He's a goblin.
Why don't we go outside, probably like 10 miles, and then maybe find something, maybe.
Sure, then lead the way. Oh, brave goblin.
10 miles. I wonder if you'd even get that far.
Oh, well, of course I would. I traveled some miles.
Miles.
Right.
He's gonna look for him in the stock
you,
real quick.
you go in front. I'll make sure that sneaky cleric doesn't come around with a bottle and smashes our head.
Why would the cleric do that?
There's a cleric who smashes bottles on heads?
Oh, hey, what were you doing, other person?
Speaking to my grandparents.
By the way, you heard everything they were saying, Bird. Says you can hear what they do in those realms.
Oh, neat.
All you heard was her grandparents crying and being disappointed in her.
Ah, I see. Looks like maybe I am a good fit for you, for this group, with you specifically.
Maybe.
What do you mean?
Well, you seem to talk to things. And that's a sign that you have potential to be as smart as Flump.
As smart as Flump?
Flump.
Flump. Yeah, whatever your name is.
Is that your name? Flurm.
Yep. Yeah.
Sounds like.
It's awesome, isn't it? And he's going to Peter Pan pose.
He just that kind of looks. He's like, it has a name.
Sorry. Didn't goblins have? Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. The goblins have names back at home, but Flurmf is different.
Epic, amazing.
Sounds like a
awe-inspiring.
sound I would make in pain.
Yeah, like if someone were
What did you say that?
Oh, Flurm, owie. She
Someone would have-
feigned pain.
So if I kick you, Goblin, are you gonna make that sound?
Are you gonna kick me?
No.
Are-
Am I?
Are you?
No.
Ah.
And then he doesn't fully kick out, but he just moves one of his legs a little.
Oh, hey, look, there's a door over there. I'm gonna start heading out of it.
And that is where we will stop it for today. Congratulations. You completed day 2.
Yippee.
You guys get a cookie.
Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Screw you all.